Okay, guys, so if you're not too into the streaming world, there's a woman by the name of Zoe Spencer, right? And she's been wreaking havoc amongst the internet for a little bit. Basically, what happened is she didn't get accepted to Kai Cenat's whole streamer university thing, and she got upset about it. But then like people were like, "Oh, like you're upset." But it's just because like you're a weird person. No one likes being around you. That's kind of what they're getting at. And then there's a little bit of a back and forth. Okay, I'm gonna go before I do that. Speaking of streaming, but before I get into that, speaking of streaming, I've been streaming every day on Twitch, Bryce_Estelle, and I have my lives account where I post the lives from there. A live was supposed to go out yesterday, but it was like 12 hours, so I'm gonna have to like cut it up so I'm allowed to post it on YouTube. So if you're someone who's subscribed to that account, you can expect more content today, okay? And I'm hoping to get more of a daily vibe out of it. I gotta figure out my schedule. Okay, but anyways, Zoe Spencer, okay, this is a person that exists in our real world. Personally, I don't really care about her. I don't really have too many opinions on these streaming people because I'm not really in that space, like as far as like consumption wise, so I don't really know anything that goes on. But apparently Soluminati, that guy, he made like a video on her, or he streamed talking about her, and it was like really bad. Like he was like roasting her relentlessly. Like apparently she said something about him after he said something about her. It was just a whole big back and forth. Now for some reason I couldn't find any of those clips, but I do want to speak on this. Okay, as far as him roasting her, like for like he had like 100K people in a live. There was part of me initially where I was like, okay, this woman's getting ganged up on. Like this is a little bit not fair. But then I found like apparently she said stuff about his family. But the thing is, he was the first to make a comment. He said something about her being weird. I think I don't really like when men call women masculine, because I wouldn't say she's masculine. I think she's just an oddball, and you'll see what I mean. I'll get to the examples later, but I kind of want to just digest like the first half of what happened. But like I was saying, there's a point where I was like, oh, she's getting ganged up on. But my thing is, if you're going to be a particular kind of person and get into beef with these people, you kind of have to accept. So personally, I don't think Soluminati did anything wrong. Like honestly, he was just responding to it. Like it's not his fault that his platform is bigger. You know what I mean? Like if her platform was as big as his, then it would probably be more of like an equal bout thing. But speaking of his platform, he got banned from Twitch again for that, which is very unfortunate for him. You hate to see it. Let's take a look. See the kind of person we're dealing with here. Hidden, bro.
Bob, bro. Relax the punching. You can't. Stop. You cannot do that. Stop doing that. Ow! You can't. Stop, Zoe. Not in this crib. Nigga. Fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
See, I'm not even gonna play this out, but see, what are we doing here? Now, I will say, like in her defense, Kai does hang around a 17-year-old whose whole personality seems to be like breaking other people's stuff. So it's not like this personality is like out of the way of someone like you can like include in whatever your content is. But you can see why people wouldn't want to deal with something like that.
Say hi. I didn't even get to do what I wanted to do, my nigga.
Like why is she biting him to such a degree?
W Dre, I got y'all dude. Y'all can start sucking.
Did you hear that? Why would you not react? Why? See, bro, why are you doing things for a reaction? So yes, very obnoxious, but at the same time, that group has not been known to steer away from obnoxious people. So like again, in her defense, that kind of works. But then like in their defense, there's kind of always going to be some sort of defense for not wanting that kind of person around, to be real. And here's this clip, bro. I don't know if I can play the sound, but basically, she's trying to twerk on bro back here. Bro's not feeling it. He doesn't want it. Look, bro, he has to protect. Like, look at this, man. Like, look, he's getting physically restrained by her and her. Oh my gosh. See, like that's not consensual. Okay, and this is the video that made me make this video. Because mind you, bro, I woke up like at 2 p.m. today. I was like, bro, I can't do like a video I had planned because then I'm completely butcher it. But this is what made me make the video.
I'm not giving anything else, any of my time, okay? Niggas are weird. And they're trying to bring me down. They're trying to find anything to put on me. Remember that.
Okay, like, but the thing is, like, she's saying this like there's some like plot against her, but like, bro, I'm going around biting people. And I saw another clip where she was like, oh, they like it when I bite them. I was like, bro, it didn't seem like it. Did not seem. Anyways, continue.
Remember that. Everybody right now is trying to be hate trained. Also, remember that everybody's trying to use my name. My name is ringing all on the internet. So think
that is true. Right now it is. Again, that's why I made the video.
About it, chat. Think about it, people. Everybody is going to try so bad to use this Zoe name right now because she's hot for numbers and money.
Yes.
Okay?
I want to earn money.
So that's that and that's that. I'm Zoe and I'm signing the fuck off. You weird niggas, stop being weird. If you want to keep being weird, then
See, okay, here's the thing. Like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. It's like, she's saying dudes are weird. But, like, for one, it's like your whole thing was being weird. Going around biting people, trying to twerk on them without their consent, trying to like punching this dude Kai. And then like she was basically saying it's like a hate train because like she's a black woman. And it's like, man, like black women get so much hate that they don't deserve. There's plenty, like Doechii is a prime example of a black woman who's done nothing wrong, but people just want to hate on her, right? And I should make a video on Doechii at some point. But anyways, people want to hate on Doechii for no reason. But it's like you can't claim that when like, bro, like look at what you were doing. Now, mind you, if people looked at her and used her as an example of like, oh, see, this is the problem with black women, that would be completely out of line. That would be a problem. But people saying, no, it's you, and you being like, oh, it's because I'm black, a black woman. And then she came out and she was like, oh, all these black men are gay. And it's like, okay. You know what I mean? Let's see, it's like you really have nothing left. Like you guys know, I have quite the digital footprint. I have manipulation tactics to use on healed individuals. I have, oh my gosh, that girl was crying, I didn't care. I have a whole bunch of things where it's like, oh, I was in this talking stage and they thought they were the one, but they weren't the one. If someone said, oh my gosh, this is like a bad guy. He's like a bad, I have how I ruined two women's perceptions of love. If I made a post, right? If I made one, I make the post I make. And people are like, hey, man, this guy's a bad guy. And I'm like, oh, wow, they just want to villainize a black man. It's like, no, like I was the villain. You know what I mean? Like I did the stuff. And that's my problem with that take of like, oh, they're hopping on to hate on a black woman, which, by the way, she did have until she responded that way. You know what I mean? Because like I said, the argument could have been made. Because again, he hangs out with that little 17-year-old who just goes around like breaking other people's stuff. So it's like that argument could be made, but now it's like you're coming out the cut and being like, oh, like, oh, they're all gay, boo. And also my thing is, again, just because they happen to hang around somebody who's annoying doesn't necessarily mean that like everyone annoying they have to welcome in with open arms. Like it would be one thing if they legitimately didn't have a good reason, like if she was just like perfectly fine, but like no, like clearly it seemed like, according to the videos, again, I don't know, they could be skits, could be whatever, seemed like she made dudes uncomfortable, not gonna lie. Clearly like biting people, punching them. Like you don't have to get fit. Like why do you have to touch people? And personally, I could be biased because I really don't like getting touched. So it's like, I'm just like, how are you mad that someone's not inviting you around when last time you saw him, I finished it like 3 days ago. that was you? Like you're doing that kind of stuff. Like I feel like they don't have a duty to do that. And also the thing about streamer university, bro, like you're like obviously like people know who she is. Like she's some sort of like streaming star even before this little debacle. Like, she's got a fan base. She's got people who like her for being her, and she can cultivate that fan base. So there's no reason to cry about not getting into streamer university. Because the thing is, mind you, this hasn't even, bro, streamer university could end up being a complete disaster. Right? It could be, for everyone involved, it could be a complete disaster, right? And there's no knowing of that. So it's like, especially you're already in a position where you do this for a living. Like this is what you do. There's no reason to fret about not making it. Like the thing about her, and part of the reason I didn't apply is because she doesn't need a shot in the dark. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't need like a Hail Mary. Oh my gosh, am I gonna win this like sweepstakes and then get in streamer university? Like some of these people, like those people, like they were on TikTok posting with like 1,000 followers, being like, bro, why are they letting these people in who are already established streamers? Just established content creators in different ways. It's like, how do I explain this? It's like there are some people who were applying to that because they genuinely wanted to be saved from their everyday life. That like again, it was a Hail Mary. Like they wanted to be saved from their own life. And personally, when it was even a general thing that people were talking about, I knew that wasn't me. And that's why I knew I didn't want to be like one of those people. And there's nothing wrong with being one of those people, but it's like being like, oh man, I needed this when you don't need it. Like, bro, if she needed it, no one would be talking about the fact that like she was crying because she couldn't get it. Like she can clearly make a name for herself being herself, and she's already collabed with these dudes. Like there's nothing to worry about. Like you'll be fine. It's like, I know, like, I don't know, it probably hit her different because there was like a personal like connection. Like she thought like, again, like everyone's getting in. She's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be one because like I know them. Like, come on, bro. Like you'll be fine. Just like anyone else who's on the internet complaining. Like I promise you, bro, this is not a Willy Wonka golden ticket situation. Like, yes, like the streamers who go there, they're gonna grow, but like, let me not. That might sound like I'm hating, but basically, I'm just saying, like, do you think someone's gonna pop in there with 1,000 and then pop out with 100K? I don't know. Like, I wouldn't be so sure about that. But again, I don't really keep up with like the streaming world. I don't really consume that content, so I don't know. It could work that way. It could be that simple. I'm just saying, and to anyone who did that and failed, bro, if you're watching this for, you know, however long you are, like, I promise you, like, yeah, again, like, some people saw it as like a get out of jail free, escape free card. You would much rather rise up on your own, to be real. And I don't mean like with no collabs, like nobody ever like offering a helping hand, but like you would not want to be known as the nigga from Stream University. Like literally, it's like America's Next Top Model, which like it's different from America's Next Top Model, but like you'll hear what I'm saying. Like the women who win or even appeared on America's Next Top Model had such a hard time getting modeling work because they were just seen as, oh yeah, you're the woman who won the show. And yes, this is different. It's not like some sort of like long-term competition show, but it's like, do you really want to be like, oh yeah, well, are they really like that? They kind of just got put on by the university. Like, the thing is, especially with the internet, bro, anything is possible, bro. You can put yourself on into content creation. You really can. Like at the end of the day, you don't even really need that much. Like me, like I very rarely have had brand deals on TikTok, even the account where I'm at like 500K. Now, mind you, I could get more if I search for them, which I absolutely should do. I'm leaving money on the table. But now it's like I'm making so much money where it's like that extra money, it's like I don't care about it because it seems like too difficult. Because specifically for my content, one, I'm controversial, I'm raunchy. You know, sometimes I'm like responding to other people's stuff. Like I don't know how many brands they want to poke at that. So it got to a point where it's easier not to. But also I used to have a manager who, and I promise you, bro, I can't tell you how I know this. But when I take this manager dropped me because he thought I was gay. It's actually insane. But anyways, again, besides that, never had a lot of brand deals. Now, obviously, I'm growing here, which probably will lend itself to more brand deals. I don't know what number I have to be at before I can really start looking. But again, it's like I'm making ridiculous amounts of money. So I can very much just focus more on the content side of things. Like that's something I'll worry about later. But you know what I mean? Like I was never put on. Like I just started recording videos and I posted. It's again, like people hate people who are content creators, especially when it's like when money gets involved, because people are like, anybody can do that. And it's like, yes, but not everyone does, because not everyone does it. I thought I paused. But you know what I'm saying? Like not everyone. It's like people think it doesn't take a lot of work, but like in reality, work is all it takes. Like, yes, you'll find that one person who randomly posted a TikTok and got like 8 billion likes because they were so attractive. But like the average creator had to grind. Like I'm friends with some huge creators, right? Like millions of followers. Like you would probably know who they are. A lot of them told me it took them years to even get 100K on TikTok. And again, I hit that shit in like 2-3 months. You know what I mean? So I am one of those people who are very fortunate, but it's like, I didn't get that doing nothing. I was posting 3 videos a day on that content, 3 story times a day. Do you know how hard it is to make 3 stories a day out of your life? Now, granted, at least at that point, like I hadn't had many people to talk to, so I could always just tell stories because I didn't really have anybody else to tell. But like, bro, that was hard. That was not easy stuff. A lot of people couldn't do that. It's like not because they can't. Like I'm sure if I told you, like, hey, you know, come up with 3 stories a day, like you could do it. But like, would you? You know what I mean? Like it's one of those like things where it's like it's one of those pathways where it's like, okay, yes, you can do this, but would you do it? Like, can you deal with again that work ethic? Like again, I love flexing how much I work. Like again, now I post 9 TikToks a day, a YouTube video, and I stream for sometimes like lately it's been like 6-hour averages. It's like you got to ask yourself, would you be able to do that? Because mind you, nobody's telling me to do it. Like if I don't post, if I go off the grid for like 2 weeks, I'm not gonna get fired. You know, like nothing's gonna actually happen to me other than the fact that, well, focus. Hey, come back. Yeah. Anyways, other than the fact that I would just straight up like, you know, lose money. You know, like I'm my own boss. Like nobody is holding me accountable to post as much a day as I do. Like again, it's like today, bro, dude, oh my God, my girl coming unannounced fucked up all my circadian rhythm, all my schedule. Because bro, I woke up. I don't know how I woke up at like 2 p.m. today. Like I woke up at 11. I set an alarm to post one of my TikToks, and then I actually slept through all the way till 2. But you know what I did? I instantly started recording 9 TikToks, and then I started recording this YouTube video. I was scouring through Twitter. I was like, okay, what can I make a YouTube video about? Because again, like if I wake up late and I got to make something quick, I scour through Twitter. I'm like, okay, this is popping. I'm gonna talk about this right now. And the thing is, think about creators who are even bigger than me. Like think about Kai, bro. Kai Cenat, like didn't he go like live for like a week straight or something? You know how crazy that is? But it's like, can you again like put that work in? You know, like even on a smart scale, like getting those amount of videos done. And like no one's telling you what to make the videos about. No one's telling you like, hey, like it's this topic. You have to come, like everything is like, it has to come from here. It has to come from here. And can you handle seeing negative comments, people shitting on you? Like I remember I used to talk to this girl, right? She got one like negative comment on a post and like she was talking to me about it for days. Couldn't handle it. Like the amount of shit people say about me, bro, unseemly. unseemly, bro. Like, would you be able to wake up and like, oh yeah, I remember I was talking about this during live, bro, and someone made me mad with their response. But basically, I was like, okay, if you think being a content creator is so easy, imagine. And this is one portion of it. Imagine, like, all the work aside, imagine going into your job, right? Say you're an accountant and you have people standing there telling you how shitty they think you are at accounting, telling you, oh man, I think you're ugly. Like, I think you're so stupid. I think you're this, you're that, talking about your family. Oh, your mother must have failed because she made you, da 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 da. All because they disagree with your style of accounting or something of the sort. And then someone commented, they're like, oh, well, that's different because that would be in person. It's like, no, well, imagine you are getting text messages or emails. Like, there's no, the average person, right? If they're having some interaction that they don't want to see, they can just get off the app for days even. You know, one of my favorite things used to be when I was in high school, I would just turn off my phone for a few days. It was just so peaceful. Like, I was like, okay, bet. Like, I just don't have to worry about like technology. You know, I go to school, work out, go home, everything's fine. But now I literally can't turn my phone off because if I turn my phone off, I'm losing money. And then the thing is, like, again, you want to get to a certain level of content creation, you got to realize the job never ends. Bro, I'll be in the middle of the night and I'll be like, I have this video idea. I got to get it out. Sorry, I just opened TikTok, bro. I saw it, bro. I hate when people, you can tell like they spend the money to try to be attractive, but they do not look good. But then I can tell like, it's like, since they spent the money, a lot of people are fooled and then like kind of, you know, glaze them anyways. You know what I mean? Overall about what I was talking about, like, there's a reason people are like, okay, that's a difficult thing to do. There's a reason so many people who do it are like, oh yeah, like this definitely can get difficult at times, you know, and people who haven't done it are the ones that are like, oh, it's so easy. And not to mention, bro, when you're trying to, I mentioned this probably a few videos ago, when you're trying to like blow up on content creation, you still have to balance it with whatever it is you're doing. Like, again, like, I said I got to 100K in like a couple months, but for one 100K account, actually, never mind. But I was gonna say one 100K account isn't gonna like pay your bills or like pay your rent. That's actually not true now. But anyway, point is, anyways, 100K account. I was still in school. I was still grinding. I was still like, man, I got to get these essays done, stuff like that, you know. And God, like, imagine you're an adult, you know, like a grown adult, like out of college, I mean, and then like you want like a job. You have to do it on the side where you're working your job, you know. You still have to like figure out, okay, like post times, like algorithm, like you have to do all that stuff because you can't afford yet to completely go into content creation. Because again, at that time when it was 100K for me, there was no creator fund. There was creator fund. There was no creativity program. The creator fund is when because people comment on my live the other day. They're like, oh yeah, TikTok makes pennies. Not anymore. TikTok used to make pennies. That was the creator fund. The creativity program has people making bands, but that didn't happen until like a long time after I started TikTok, right? So it was like, no matter how like big my account was getting, I had to stay consistent with it, and I still had to stay consistent with school because I'm like, I can't flunk out because it's not at a point where it's my job, you know. And then again, you have to deal with people in your personal life hating on you. Oh my, like, bro, people on your personal life being like, oh man, like, for one, not believing your content, or two, in my instance, hating what your content is. Now the thing is, ironically, most of like my friends' romantic interests didn't really care, okay, because they knew me personally. But like my sister, bro, my sister was not a fan. My mom to this day not a fan, okay, but she's still supportive. They're supporting me at the end of the day. But it's like, again, like the fact that's even like a thought in your mind where it's like, okay, if I meet this person, are they gonna not fuck with me off the back of my content alone? There's just so much shit to worry about, you know, on top of like every algorithm in the world just being finicky. So again, it's one of those things where it's like on paper everyone can do it, but there's a reason not everyone can, because it takes a lot. But it's like, if you have it in you to do it, you will do it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need some flash in the pan Kai Cenat streaming university thing to do it, right? Because again, like if you go there, say you went there, you got like 100K, and then you you went there with 1K, left with like 100K just somehow. Eventually, and you didn't have it in you, eventually people would be like, oh yeah. Like, bro, I used to never understand. There's that one clip of that dude trying to give 50 Cent his rapping CD, and 50 Cent said to him, he's like, bro, he's like, I'm not gonna take this because like you're not that good, and I know you're not good, because if you were that good, I would have heard about you. Like, I used to never, like, for one, I was like, okay, don't approach 50 Cent like that, but I was like, I never actually knew what he meant by that. But it's like, now I understand. It's like, if you have it in you to be like this amazing creator, you can do that. You know what I mean? Like, you can get to that next level. Like, you don't need to theoretically have 50 Cent listen to your CD. Now, mind you, you know, people are like, oh, you know, I get stuck in like 200, 400 view jail. That's where everyone starts. I started off in that joke because I didn't know what kind of content I was making. All you gotta do is make small adjustments until you see what works, and then when that works, keep at it. So it's like someone who's already built something, like, again, like Zoe Spencer, bro, she doesn't need a streamer university. Like, yes, I'm sure it would have boom, 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 but she doesn't need it. Like anybody who thought streamers university was like make or break for them, like if it genuinely was make or break for you, then you weren't really meant to be a creator. And I hope I don't come off like an asshole when I say that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if in your mind the only way you can escape your life, you know, your traditional whatever 9 to 5 job you work that you don't want to work anymore because you want to be a creator, if the only way you could have done that was becoming part of Streamers University, then if that's true, then you're not able to do it. You've heard of plenty of instances of, again, like people winning the lottery, going broke again, people getting granted this great opportunity and then just falling on their ass. Like, you have to have it going for you first, okay? Like, some people aren't in position to take advantage of these opportunities. And the thing is, I think Kai knew that when he did it. Like, I think that's why he didn't take a bunch of people who just, not say nobody's in a derogatory way, but just weren't like popular creators, because then the entire thing would have fell on their face. Like, you know, like there has to be like something to believe in, you know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? Overall, bro, it's like, bro, if you got it in you, you got it in you, and nothing can stop you as long as you do put the work in. All right. However, putting the work in doesn't guarantee that you have it in you. That last part might sound like it doesn't make sense, but you'll see. You'll see, bro. Bro, everyone has something in them at the end of the day, and you'll find out what it is you have in you. Or you might pass never knowing what's in you, okay? And that would be very sad, okay? You don't want to end up like that. That's why you should always do everything you can to the best of your ability. But anyways, I wanted this to be a much shorter video since I'm late, but it is not, because I got a little bit motivational near the end. But yeah, a state of affairs, like I said, bro, my rhythm is entirely off ever since she came, which, you know, it's not her fault. You know, she got me flowers. I'm so glad that she came. But yeah, bro, I need to find a way to get my sleep schedule right, or work around this new sleep schedule that I've assembled for myself. But yeah, so that's it. Thank you for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, everything I have to say. I'm so sorry, and I love you. Okay, have a great day, night, evening, morning.